Welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. Hurricane Ivan has had a hand in our second success story also. The demolition of the Main Street wastewater treatment plant and the construction of its replacement, the Central Water Reclamation Facility, whew, that's a mouthful, near the Crist plant, was a long time in the making, but the impact Ivan had on the more than 70-year-old plant in the middle of downtown galvanized public opinion about moving it and brought in $150 million from FEMA to help make that happen. So, with us to talk about that is Lois Benson, board member of the Emerald Coast Utilities Authority. She's going to tell us how ECUA pulled off the largest public works project in county history, not only under budget, but also ahead of schedule.
Right.
Wow, you could do project management for other people.
I know.
Good. Well,
What's the secret there?
Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you and the entire board. Because when I first came to town, that was such an issue all the time. And then, of course, when we were looking at other downtown development, and I don't think we'd see near the investment in downtown Pensacola if that still existed. Plus, it opens up the whole west side of Pensacola. We're a lopsided city at one time, I call it. So thank you and the board and everybody that made that possible.
Thank you. I have good colleagues on the board. And, you know, Shannon and I were talking about it at the beginning. There are probably people who do not remember driving down Main Street and that smell that just about knocked you over that everybody knew about.
I thought Leonard Skinner wrote a song about that. Oh, that smell.
It was horrible, but it's gone, and you're right. We have this wonderful opportunity, and it does open the waterfront up, but it also opens the west side. And you pointed to it. The west side floundered because it took the brunt of the odors. And the plant was so big, and it's 20 acres, that it blocked the connectivity of our city. Right. So the west side has floundered, and we have an opportunity for a renaissance for that entire west side and north of Garden.
Well, we brought in, I was bringing in these urban planners, and he told me, when you look at cities developing, you want to have development on both sides of the main street, which is Palafox here. We really, I meant it before, we were skewed toward the east because no one would go west because of the treatment plant. Tell us though, you know, Hurricane Ivan comes and it goes so quick, but you had done a lot of pre-work planning this even before Hurricane Ivan. You want to talk about that?
That's true. You know, everybody talks about how this was this magic bullet that changed downtown, but the truth is we were ready. We had spread the word, we had told people it could happen, and gradually people began to believe.
Had a rough time believing it, though.
I know at first they said it can't be done, and even if it could be done, we can't afford it, but gradually.
But people were way more invested in the idea. The public was ahead of the government agency in that regard.
Absolutely. And so we had begun little by little spreading the word that it could be done. We formed a committee called the SMART Committee, Strategic Main Street Relocation Team, and we looked at the cost, the feasibility, and avenues for moving the plant. So we had done all of that. We had even gotten city money, county money, and state money to look at that. How rare is that for all the levels of government to do that? But then when Ivan came, we knew what it would cost, where it would go, and how to get there. So at that point, the whole community came together at the Civic Center. 90% of these people, most of whom had lost their roofs, had lost trees, had lost so much, said their highest priority was moving the Main Street plant.
So we had consensus. We had that critical mass.
We did. We had the people, and we had a real compelling reason to do it. So we got $150 million from FEMA, which is amazing. Yes. We put it together, we did the engineering, and in 5 years, we made it happen. Ahead of schedule and under budget. I'm the only person in Pensacola who believes that Ivan was good luck and the recession was good luck. Because Ivan gave us the impetus and the recession gave us an opportunity to get bids that were much lower than they would have been.
Now the next step in that evolution is what we're going to do with that space. What can you tell us about what's in the works for that?
Well, you know, my dream was never just moving a plant.
Sure.
It was creating a blank canvas on which to write our future, and that's what I see it as. It is on the market. It's on the market for $9.5 million. anyone here would like to purchase it. We had a well-publicized bite for $7.6 million. We've had some people nibbling. We've had inquiries. It is a wonderful
And the more development
property.
on Maritime Park, that'll spread when those other lots get picked up. It all works together well. I want to thank you for what you've done, and what a great success story.
Thank you.
I admire your leadership so much.
Well,
Thank you.
and what you have done in this community
It's nice
takes
of you
my
to
breath
say.
away.
Well, thank
It's
you.
wonderful.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you
pleasure.
sharing your expertise. And if you stick with us, we'll be right back for more in just a few.